Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, a matter of great pleasure for me to be given the charge to be a chairman of this particular session in the World Brand Congress, and I hope I'm able to do great justice, because this session, which is going to be on provenance, paradox, and country of origin branding, which is a theme that Professor Deshpande has been really writing about for the last several years and has been conducting a lot many courses at Harvard and other management institutes on. It is indeed a matter of great pleasure for me to be the chairman of that session. Yesterday, as one was reading the Economic Times, and of course that was the story in context of the Tata succession story, one was reading about how the world leaders were trying to analyze and take a look at the future to try and make a prediction on whatever basis of serendipity or good luck charms and talisman that they would use to make that prediction, whether Cyrus Mistry was the right appointee to be the chairman of the Tata Enterprise. And someone rightly said that between the chairman and the CEO of the business verticals, there has to be a distinct differentiation in terms of what gets delivered. And if you look at what the chairman is supposed to be delivering, which is long-term value creation of the collective on the one hand, versus the role of the CEO of a business vertical, which was to focus on the operating realities and fulfillment of the earnings and profitability of the enterprise in a short-term way, the roles were totally different. And therefore, if I were to use that little analogy which distinguishes the roles of the chairman from the operating CEO, distinguished not with a butcher's knife but with the scalpel of a surgeon, then if I were to take a look at what my role is going to be as a chairman, it's going to be far more different than the role Rohit has to perform in this session. I'm going to therefore only do 4 things for you. I'm going to create a backdrop to make you get a sense of feeling that the theme that he's going to be talking about is so relevant to the contextual India that we are in, that you need to be paying your attention to what he's saying. And therefore, the need for you to be attentive to the session is what my desire is by creating a theme and a backdrop for you. Once I do that, my second role is to unleash the potential of Professor Deshpande and to tell you that he is the right person. And I'll tell you about his background. When I was going through his credentials, I'm saying on this particular theme, which is going to be so critical to us, there isn't really another person who could really do justice to this theme. And I'll tell you what his background is about, and you will just about have to agree with what I'm going to tell you. The third at the end of it, to ensure that he has delivered value to you, because value creation in this session is what my role is going to be all about. So in case there is not sufficient value created, then to throw the questions open to the House to ask for 2 or 3 questions to get clarification and ensure that there is value delivered to the group. And the fourth is to seriously pray that the session does not have BlackBerry moments, which are always disturbances to these kind of learning processes. With that, what I would try to do is to give you the backdrop of his theory, because I think trying to be able to create this backdrop, Swiss watches, European chocolates, Cuban cigars, German technology, French wine, Indian tandoori. If you look at it, somewhere down the line, there is this huge amount of authenticity which comes with certain products by virtue of their brands being associated with geographic regions in which these brands originated or got nurtured through authentic history at that point of time.